You're the coordinator of Code Blue for the
West Division of the Fort Worth Police Department.
Okay. So I guess the first thing is, what's new or different for you now with this program where you guys are going to be around the elementary schools?
Well, first thing is we have to have additional training, get the school protocol, make sure we observe all the rules that the school sets forth. That requires our people to patrol on the campus to have 2 hours of additional training. And right now, until we recruit additional people, we're taking people out of our neighborhood patrol. As soon as school starts, which is now, we'll start recruiting people from around the school to fill those holes.
What kind of training is it that is different than if you're just going to patrol the neighborhoods?
It's mostly on how to deal with the children and when we will be here, do's and do nots. There are many things. We're not really going to interact with the children. They they may not know we're around, but if they come ask us a question, of course we're allowed to answer that question. We're not going to be involved in school yard fights or anything like that. We'd let them the school take care of it itself.
What is it that your folks are going to be looking out for?
We're looking out for suspicious people or vehicles. Sandy Hook, I think the time to respond for the police once they got the call was 4 minutes and 18 seconds. If we can catch the people before they get to the front of the school, perhaps we can have an officer response before they get in the front door. And just our presence here, regular criminals do not come around where we have Code Blue people as a rule. They know we have the radios, they know we're trained, and we're hoping that if there should be a shooter someday, they will not come around if they see the Code Blue person. Many times officers have talked to criminals that have been captured and taken to jail, and they tell us that we do not go places where the neighborhoods are patrolled by the citizens.
I haven't seen a Code Blue bike before. Is that something new for this effort, or did I just not know there were bikes?
We have bikes, we have bike training. That's his personal bike. That's how he chooses to patrol. I patrol on foot a lot. We use cars, especially in the summer when it gets in the 100-degree range. The air conditioner feels pretty good.
You talked about, you're pulling folks who are patrolling the neighborhoods
yes.
to do this. So, in terms of recruiting, are you going to be trying to talk with parents, just people around as school gets started, saying, hey, we could really use your help? Is that? Absolutely.
Parents, grandparents, people that are interested in the school and the neighborhood around here. PTAs, any meeting they have, we're going to try to be there. We have a new person on the police force whose responsibility is to recruit, and so we need to find places where she can go and put the message out.
Can you quantify, what your need is? It just you'll take everybody you can get, I imagine?
Well, they have to pass the background test that a police officer would have to pass. But other than that, yes, we'll take anybody that's interested in patrolling, as long as they go through the training. And the training is pretty extensive. It'll be 10 hours of classroom training. They will ride in with a patrol officer for 10 hours. Our communication center on Bolt Street, they will visit that and spend 1 hour with a dispatcher and 1 hour with a 911 call taker, and then their first few patrols will be with an experienced cop member. We call our Citizens on Patrol cops for short.
Well, I guess first, Code Blue's been around for 21 years. And talk a little bit about why has it been so successful in neighborhoods?
For us, well, Chris, the reason it's not because it's the Fort Worth Police Department. It's because it's our members. We live and reside in a city and work where our citizens, they're very proud of their city. They're concerned about it. They want to improve it. They want to patrol their neighborhoods and keep their communities safe and their neighborhoods safe. And the second facet to that is the police department enjoys a very special relationship with Code Blue. that we foster that relationship. We also listen to their input. We're concerned about their concerns, and we try to give them the resources they need to patrol the neighborhoods.
What is it that Code Blue does that helps to keep the neighborhoods safer? I mean, have you, I don't know if there's any kind of statistics, but even if there's not, anything anecdotal that you know that layer of protection does?
Last year they provided over 93,000 hours of patrol time. They get out in the neighborhoods and they do what we can't do. They're our eyes and ears, and they relate that information to us. And sometimes communities, they're more comfortable talking to our Code Blue members than they are police officers. They would rather relay the information to them about bad guys in their neighborhood than to us.
And so translating that, being that eyes and ears for you out there in the neighborhood now to at the schools,
yes.
What's that going to be a little bit different? How's that going to, improve safety here?
Let me start with how this came about, how this idea was fostered. When Sandy Hook occurred, the Chief of Police, Chief Halstead, challenged each of us commanders to come up with some strategies or ideas that we could use for our school districts. And because currently we have police officers in high schools and elementary schools, but unfortunately due to budget and finances, we can't support that. So we brainstormed about this idea, and actually it was Chief Halstead that thought of this, and that gave us the go-ahead to run with this, because he sees the success with the neighborhoods and he believes that can be applied to the schools, and it can. This is a little more structured than our neighborhoods. We have members that patrol certain times of the day, and they're here not to interact with the kids, but they're here for our eyes and ears out on the streets. They look for bad guys, suspects, vehicles, and they relate this information directly to us through the dispatcher.
So, it's just that added
the added layer, we call it the buffer, the extra buffer there, like one of my members said, if a bad guy sees a Code Blue member out here, they won't stop here.
There's extra training. Did you guys provide that?
We do. The Fort Worth PD actually provides the training. We currently have 8 hours for our neighborhoods, but we add an extra 2 hours that goes over school protocol, lockdown, that kind of thing.
So just kind of maybe get them familiar with how a school campus functions and who should be coming and going and what to look for.
Exactly. And let me add that Fort Worth ISD has been our partnership with them is we have a great partnership with them as well. And they're on board with this program. They've pretty much given us the license to run with it and put everything in place and just communicate with them about what we're doing.
Now, you need more volunteers, obviously, to do this. So
yes, we do.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, we do. Our schedule right now is by the year 2015 to have all 84 elementary schools staffed. What we don't want to do is take away from our neighborhoods. So it's important that we recruit not only for our neighborhoods but for our schools, but primarily for our schools right now. And that commitment, we'll probably need at least 700 or 800 more volunteers per year. That's quite a bit. And actually we realized this when we were working on this program, and the chief allowed me to coordinate and hire someone that's going to do that for me. She's our new volunteer coordinator, Judy Bell.
Even with this situation that we've seen already this school year in another state, how important is adding this program?
It's vital. It's vital. If, as a police department, like I said, we don't have the resources to do this, and getting people involved with the community, and everyone's got kids, whether it's grandkids, your friends' children, your neighbors. All of us have an instinct to protect kids. They're valuable. It's all about the kids. That's all I can say about this program. It's all about the kids, and you have to attract people that have that commitment and heart to do that. Most people do, especially moms. Moms have that maternal instinct to protect kids, and dads do too, but I believe we've got to reach out there to people that really, that's a draw for them, is taking care of our kids.
So over the summer there was 5 schools. This school year it's going to be just 10. Is there going to try to be expanding during
Yes.
the year, or is it going to just depend on volunteers?
Chris, it depends on our volunteers. We began with 10 because that's how many members we have to be able to fully staff the schools, and that's why recruitment is important for us.
And how many total schools is it that you want to provide this for?
By the end of school year 2014-2015, it's 84 elementary schools.
So
That's a big go,
Yeah.
a large go.
so you'll need quite a few folks
Yes.
to step up. Since the announcement, though, did you see anybody? Was there a spike at all?
Yes, our membership increased, and when we started offering the training, currently we use more neighborhood patrollers right now because we haven't we just haven't reached our numbers for the schools. So our neighborhood patrollers have come forward and helped us with this program in hopes that other members will be attracted to the program.
The superintendent talked about it when this was announced, but this is important to him in the district to add that extra layer and just make sure everything's being done for safety, right?
It is very important to us. I mean, our primary job is to educate children and to provide a safe environment in which to educate them. It's also important, a secondary responsibility, that we provide a safe environment for our employees. And given the society that we live in, we have to look for different ways to do this. And this was just an absolute gift to us. When the chief presented us with this idea, and so we jumped on it, and it is an extra layer of security, and that's the way the chief explained it to us, that it is a layer, and we hope to spread this throughout the district.
Starting with 10 schools, I mean, obviously the idea is to get them all there. And are you guys doing any of the recruiting as well, trying to get parents involved with it?
Well, we have done some of that on a lower level basis. You know, whenever we talk about the Code Blue program, we do provide their website. We do let people know how to contact Code Blue so that they can volunteer if they want. And if you've done any work with the Code Blue people, they're a fantastic group. I mean, they go through a lot of training. They're disciplined, and they do a fantastic job for the city.
And there is that, working relationship between the men and women patrolling and the schools that's important, so they know what's going on and who's good and who they should be calling about.
Right. Well, the people who do the patrolling usually live in that neighborhood, and so they know what is right and what's not right in that particular neighborhood. So that's an extra added part of that security level as well.
You want to talk about the fact that they will not be on the campus itself?
Yeah, this particular group of patrollers will not be on our campuses. They'll be off the campus. They'll be patrolling around the perimeter of the campus and kind of in that buffer zone between the neighborhood and the campus. We do have other layers of security that are on campus, but we want that protection between the outside world, if you will, and the safe environment of the campus, so we can keep it safe for the children to continue their education.